But they took your guns away?
Well, that was because Reform, for some extraordinary reason, politically assassinated me and made some false witness statements that I had. Mohammed Ziauddin Yusuf said that I had threatened him in a meeting, which was palpable rubbish, and that I stood over him and I threatened to hit him.
Rupert Lowe, the leader of Restore Britain, has just had a major international crossover moment, revealing to hundreds of thousands of patriots around the world concerned about the future of the West that Nigel Farage and Reform UK might not be the answer. This was after Rupert Lowe was booked to appear alongside Tucker Carlson, one of the biggest independent broadcasters in the world, certainly one of the most controversial. He interviewed 3 men during his stay in London, the other 2 being George Galloway and Piers Morgan. Interestingly, I'm told Nigel Farage was given an opportunity to sit down with the American firebrand, but said no. In part because he's a little bit terrified about just how radioactive Tucker is at the moment. But for Rupert Lowe, it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. Because, of course, so many of us in the United Kingdom believe that this man is the flag bearer for the right, that this man is our Donald Trump. We've just got to give him the right vehicle. But many Americans don't really know about what went down in terms of, you'll remember, Yusuf, who was then chairman of Reform UK, reporting Rupert to the police for hurty words. But as World by Wolf responded after the interview, do not underestimate the impact of Rupert Lowe telling MAGA via Tucker Carlson the truth about Nigel Farage and Yusuf. This will be a turning point in the Americans' misguided view of who Farage and Reform are. A lot of Americans are inquiring about the real Farage. And I do know that is true. Certainly earlier this year, after Elon Musk spoke out against Nigel Farage in relation to his view on Tommy Robinson, there was a real cooling in the White House. It's got a little bit closer in recent weeks because there's so much fury about our Prime Minister Slippery Starmer. But there's also intrigue about Rupert Lowe, especially after he posted last week, I get told by this person and that person to be careful about what I say, to moderate, to sanitize, to soften, to appease. I honestly don't give a shit anymore. I'm going to tell the truth. I think the country would be in a much better place if more MPs did the same. Tommy Robinson saw that post and simply replied, "Best MP in our lifetime." Here was the dramatic moment where Rupert Lowe revealed to the world what really went down in terms of Reform UK and that terrible police investigation against him based on falsehoods, by the way. Watch. Dan Wootton Outspoken is available as a podcast too. So to listen or watch us on the go, wherever you are, then please subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. And as a personal favour to me, please rate and review, as it really helps our independent show.
Guns away?
Well, that was because Reform, for some extraordinary reason, politically assassinated me and made some false witness statements that I had. Mohammed Ziauddin Yusuf said that I had threatened him in a meeting, which was palpable rubbish, and that I stood over him and I threatened to hit him. Well, I'm 68 and he's 38, so that's a bad idea to start with, and it just didn't happen like that. So, at the end of the day, we had a debate about Great Yarmouth and my branch office in Great Yarmouth, no more, and the WhatsApp chain proved it. But he gave this witness statement, and then Lee Anderson gave a witness statement to say that I was going around Parliament saying I was a very fine shot and I was going to shoot Zia Yusuf. Well, as a result of which the Metropolitan Police arrived mob-handed and took my guns away. And it took me about 5 months to get them back. So, look, and they also suggested I had early onset dementia, which was, again, pretty unpleasant thing to do.
Do they have any evidence?
I don't think I've got early onset dementia, not that I'm aware, but I obviously, those people who do have it, it's a pretty horrific thing to have.
Oh, of course it is.
And if I did have it and they'd said that, it would have been even more unpleasant. So, I hope I haven't got
Fair.
it. I hope I haven't got it, Tucker. But, anyway, so we again, fortunately, I'm able to fund the legal costs required. I was able to go on the attack. And I think, what they did was just morally and in every other way wrong.
To my superstar panel now, Susan Hall is, of course, a senior Conservative, but also a member of Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain, which is a cross-party political movement, and YouTube sensation Lauren the Insider. Lauren, this was a big moment. This was a big moment, wasn't it? Because Americans have not been aware for some time of some of the intricacies, the nuances of what has happened in the divided British right. But Rupert Lowe just blew the lid off that, and there's a whole load of Americans now saying, what the hell? Nigel Farage, what the hell? You took his guns away? You reported him for hurty words? You accused him of having dementia?
Yeah. I mean, this is an amazing opportunity for Rupert Lowe, and we love Rupert Lowe. This man, he understands us. He is our voice. What I love so much about this is you put someone like Farage, and you've got so many people donating to reform behind him. And it just doesn't work because they are controlled opposition. They are deep state. You have to absolutely remove them from the equation because these are the tactics that go on behind the scenes. It's disgusting what they've done to Rupert Lowe, and how gutter is this kind of behavior. And I can say very confidently, we don't even know the full story. This is a minute amount that Rupert Lowe is telling us. What he has been subjected to. He's had his name smeared through the mud when he's been in the mainstream media, and when he hasn't, they've just censored him. So speaking to Tucker opens this to a huge audience and actually can start to explain the intricacies to people in America, because Farage is nothing but a pantomime man on a stage that is being funded by people with very, very deep pockets.
Susan Hall, you must like Rupert Lowe because you took a bit of a risk, didn't you, by joining his Restore Britain movement? You were the first senior Conservative to do so, although I note, Susan, there is now movement from the party in your direction. Some people even suggesting, let's whisper it, Susan, Rupert Lowe might be a future leader of the Conservative movement, if not the Conservative Party. So I presume you thought he was right to do this interview with Tucker Carlson? But first, we've been told our whole lives that wrinkle creams were the easiest way to look younger. Now, one doctor says that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. He says they hardly make a dent on your appearance. Some can even be harmful to your skin. Now, recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? Well, so that he can pursue a revolutionary anti-aging breakthrough, one that some experts say could empty the wallets of the cosmetic industry. He says it's almost like Photoshop for your face, and you may even be mad after seeing how easy it is to visibly erase your wrinkles from view. His personal clients have dubbed his new do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method because it can take years or even decades off your appearance in under 2 minutes. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public, free and uninterrupted, where he outlines exactly how to use this simple solution from home. And he says if it even helps one person look younger or feel more confident, he will be thrilled knowing he helped. The video has since gone viral. At first, it was shared by users on Facebook, but since then, it's racked up over 2.3 million views and counting. So far, the comments and feedback have been outstanding, with thousands of women reporting they look decades younger. One viewer commented, "Best results of anything I've used. I can't believe how well this works. I'll never stop using this. I don't understand how it works, but the results are great. Thank you." So you can find out more about this yourself right now. Go to bhmd1.com/outspoken or click on the link in the description box below. That's bhmd1.com/outspoken. Now, there is one thing that Dr. Lake asks from his viewers. If watching this video helps you look and feel younger than you have in years, then please share this video with your friends and loved ones. Together we have the power to help as many women reclaim a youthful look as possible. So go watch the video at bhmd1.com/outspoken right now, or just click on the link in the description box below. But now, back to the show.
I like Rupert a lot. I could never understand why they got rid of him so quickly, unless it's because he is an incredible character. I mean, you both know him well. He really is entertaining. The
He's a
fact that
threat.
he says he wants... Sorry?
He's a threat.
I was just going to say, I wonder if that's what it is, because he's a character. He says he's going to tell the truth. And by God, we need that with politicians. I'm sorry, as a politician, you should always tell the truth. And so I thoroughly applaud him for that. Sometimes he'll say things that may not be politically correct. Good on him. I mean, we all follow the rules far too much. I think things are changing. In the past, certainly as a Conservative, I was always nervous at being called racist, which happened constantly, being called far right. The minute I was selected to stand against Sadiq Khan, I got both those accusations straight away. And it came, from the mayor's office. And it's unacceptable. But I think these days things are changing. And Rupert Lowe is certainly a character. He has his own thoughts, and please God, he will always tell the truth. I believe he will. I joined Restore only because it was on the guarantee that if he ever became a political party of his own or anything, I'd walk away. I am a Conservative, and I always will be. But he comes up with some very good ideas. His work on the grooming gangs, I applaud. And he's asked me to be a witness when it goes, when the investigation goes through in February, which of course I will. And thank God people are beginning to take this seriously now. It cannot come up in the news and then disappear again. We've got to be like Rottweilers and just not let go until something occurs with this.
100%. It is really interesting to see the way Susan Rupert is able to work across party lines. I just want to show you this picture, which Reform UK will not be enjoying today. Basil the Great posted, "Lovely to see Rupert Lowe and Reform's Sarah Pochen working together in the digital ID debate in Westminster today. We can accomplish more working together. Keep up the good work." But of course, Reform UK will hate that. And Sarah Pochen, you'll know, is sort of on the outer at the moment, because do you remember she made that comment in the Talk TV interview, which I thought was completely reasonable, but it was taken out of context. It was about the number of non-white faces in advertising. And rather than back her, Susan, and saying, I understand what you were trying to say, maybe you expressed it inartfully, Farage really publicly scolded her and made her feel like a naughty schoolgirl who was on the outer.
Well, I imagine she'll be the next one to be pushed out. I don't know. I mean, more people should have come out and got her to explain thoroughly what she meant by that, because any of us that are in front of cameras know that bits of what you say can be taken out and taken out of context. And this is why politicians sometimes sound so reserved. It's because you have to be so careful, because especially if you're on the right of politics, people are unforgiving. They don't stop to think, no, that isn't what she or he meant. Whereas if you're on the left, it would appear you can say whatever you like. I mean, you can call your opponent scum and look to be coming back as the next prime minister. I mean, the left do exactly what they want. We've all seen it in the last 18 months, and throw stones constantly at any of us that are on the right.
Absolutely. And that is why we need people like you, Susan Hall, who are prepared to put your money where your mouth is. Sadiq Khan's worst nightmare in London. I absolutely love it. Susan Hall of Restore Britain. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching Dan Wootton Outspoken. Please click on my face just to the bottom left to subscribe to this brand new independent news source, and turn on the notification bell so you'll be alerted to our brand new live shows, uncancelled interviews, and special royal episodes. Outspoken is also now available as a podcast, so you can listen to the show every weekday on the go, wherever you are.